Greetings, citizens. This is Lieutenant Commander Mr. Everything coming at you with an important announcement from the UEE Navy. The 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron, the Lions, is recruiting. Be a part of something great. Join now. We are looking for new and veteran players. The 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron is a UEE Navy carrier-based squadron. If you're looking for a disciplined, well-trained unit, join now. Not only do we want combat professions, but we need first-person marine experts, merchants, miners, salvage. All professions are welcome in the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. Our mission is to protect the UEE and its citizens. Join the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. Expected missions would be anti-piracy, anti-smuggling, fleet protection, search and rescue, convoy escort, bounty hunting, exploration, mining, salvage, asset protection, cargo hauls, to name a few. Join now and see the galaxy. We have an organization page on the RSI website, as well as the forums in Spectrum, and we have our very own Discord. Role-playing is encouraged, but not mandatory. The galaxy awaits. Join now. Whether you're casual or competitive, we're looking for committed players. We're based on a World War II U.S. Navy Air Squadron theme. Our focus are carrier-based craft, with our primary being the Sabre. But all ships are needed and wanted in the squadron. We would like to have a wide variety of ships to allow all kinds of gameplay. Visit now your local Navy recruiter and join the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. The squadron is growing. Visit our recruiter at robertspaceindustriescom/orgs/1NAS to become a member of something great. Greetings, citizens. This is Lieutenant Commander Mr. Everything coming at you with an important announcement from the UEE Navy. The 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron, the Lions, is recruiting. Be a part of something great. Join now. We are looking for new and veteran players. The 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron is a UEE Navy carrier-based squadron. If you're looking for a disciplined, well-trained unit, join now. Not only do we want combat professions, but we need first-person marine experts, merchants, miners, salvage. All professions are welcome in the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. Our mission is to protect the UEE and its citizens. Join the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. Expected missions would be anti-piracy, anti-smuggling, fleet protection, search and rescue, convoy escort, bounty hunting, exploration, mining, salvage, asset protection, cargo hauls, to name a few. Join now and see the galaxy. We have an organization page on the RSI website, as well as the forums in Spectrum, and we have our very own Discord. Role-playing is encouraged, but not mandatory. The galaxy awaits. Join now. Whether you're casual or competitive, we're looking for committed players. We're based on a World War II U.S. Navy Air Squadron theme. Our focus are carrier-based craft, with our primary being the Sabre. But all ships are needed and wanted in the squadron. We would like to have a wide variety of ships to allow all kinds of gameplay. Visit now your local Navy recruiter and join the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. The squadron is growing. Visit our recruiter at robertspaceindustriescom/orgs/1NAS to become a member of something great. All right, guys. Hello. We are streaming. I'm having a little bit of issue here. So I have been using a service called Restream, and the Restream the Restream service is not picking up YouTube. It is still picking up Twitch. It's still streaming to YouTube. There we go. I think I like it right there, approximately. Okay. So, a couple of different things. I have my boom and my shock filter here, and I have my mic pretty much cranked up pretty high, so I can put a lot up against my mouth like this and talk. No, seriously. I wanted to be able to move my mic around. Also, I wanted the shock mount so it wouldn't, if it was to vibrate, it wouldn't, you don't hear any clanking or clicking. And I didn't want it to be on the table so that you could hear all my typing and stuff like that. So that's one main reason why I wanted to get this boom that I'm using here. Okay, now, and I think I need to reorient this maybe one more step to the right so that it's facing me. And right now, it's facing a little bit off to the side. Perfectly fine. I can see my mixer is like going crazy. It's super high. So I might need to turn that down a little bit. How about right there? And tell me if you're watching and if you're able to chat with me in Twitch. I'm going to go ahead and send a message. Twitch chat working, and then you see it popped up on the screen right there. Perfecto. Yeah, but that's just now it's not showing. Okay, let's unhide all. Whoops. Doesn't have my game. Star Citizen game right there. It should have. Maybe it. Okay, well, I haven't started the game yet. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about on the stream today, guys. Well, a lot of things. There's a lot of hardware changes. But first, I've got to sip my coffee. Okay, it's Friday. I think it was the 29th. I went ahead and placed an order with Newegg. The Newegg. Okay, what am I doing here? Shrinking that. Right. Okay, there we are. Yeah, I went to Newegg. See, now I can lean back and I can bring the mic with me, right? So I don't have to be yelling at the mic all the time. Okay, so I went to Newegg, and that's where I ordered this Knox. It's made by, I guess that's it, Knox Gear. It's a microphone boom arm, microphone arm stand on a flexible boom scissor. Interesting. Okay. On the Newegg site, it said it was compatible with the Yeti, right? So that's why I ordered it. And then I also ordered a Knox, because they had a bundle to order the Knox Yeti microphone shock mount. Yeah. So got that for a steal. Now I also ordered a pop filter, so I can bring it up really close to my face. But this pop filter hasn't shown up yet. It's not supposed to be here for another week. I think they said who knows what. I don't remember, but it didn't come with that. And then another box, I got some USB 3.0 extension cables, right? Mainly, those extension cables are mainly for my Traveler podcast that we have on Thursday nights, where I do the role-playing game and stream that. The reason why is the Brio, which is the camera that I'm on right now. It is a 4K camera. I'm only streaming it in 1080p because I wanted the 60 frames. So it's 1080p 60 frames. But I noticed that when I used one of my 2.0 extension cables and I put it over there to capture the table, it was only getting 30 frames and it was getting kind of fuzzy. And then I also have behind me, you can't see it, but it's up here, it's mounted. It's a C922 camera, and I was using a 2.0 extension with that as well over to here. And that probably is fine, but since I went ahead and ordered the 3.0s, I'm going to go ahead and use a 3.0 extension for that one. And there's the C615 camera. It's the one I keep on the far end of the room, and that's the one that faces me. I don't think it'll improve with a 3.0 cable. So, but I have a 3.0. It's not going to be long enough. It's only 10 feet. So I have one extra 3.0. It's not going to be long enough. So I'm just going to continue to use my 2.0s on that. And this microphone, because it's on this stand, I'm going to have to figure out a way, which I've already kind of figured out a way, that I'm going to have to unhook it from my table and hook it onto that table. Or I'm going to have to take this microphone out of the stand every time, which is going to be a pain in the butt to do that every time, and then mount it on the desktop stand whenever, each week. So we're going to figure that out. Either that or get another microphone for the table. So we're going to have to proceed lightly with that, I guess. I have another rocker arm like this. It doesn't have the threads. You can't really see it on camera right there. Yeah, it doesn't have the threads right here that I need for this shock mount, but it does have, I do have a base, and I could just mount that base on the table and leave it mounted on the table, or take it off, put it on each night or whatever. And then when I get ready to move this microphone, I could just lift this out of its base because it just slides down in there. I can just lift it out and then carry it over the table. So I'm going to have to try to figure all of that out. Okay, so there's a little bit of hardware, interesting stuff going on. If you're in YouTube and you're trying to chat with me, I will not see your chats because you need to go to my YouTube channel, and if you see it right there, it's Commander Mr. Everything right on the screen. I don't know if you can't see my mouse pointer on the screen. Interesting. Okay, so here I'm just going to put a link in here. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay. Twitch.tv/CMDRMR everything. Yeah, that's a link. So if you can copy and paste it, I don't know if it'll let you click on it. If it doesn't let you click on it, then that's fine, because I think I've disabled links even for myself. But yeah, if you click on that, you'll be able to get to my Twitch stream. You can watch the Twitch stream, and you would be able to get into the chat. Okay, there's a couple of things I wanted to do tonight while we're on stream. You know what I do every Friday night. I not only game a little bit. Usually I game an hour or two, but I also like to have a discussion. I like to talk with my audience. And we usually talk about, just what's on our mind, like what's going on in Star Citizen and things like that. And tonight I wanted to talk about the roadmap, because I heard the Squadron 42 roadmap was updated today. I'm going to check that, and then we might talk a little bit about the Carrack maybe, because they put that out in the. What do they call that thing? The Around the Verse. Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can't. I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to do an experiment here because, yeah, I don't have desktop either. Unhide all. How come it doesn't have desktop? On my mixer, you see, on my sound. All it has is Brio and mic. Okay, let me go to the settings. I'm looking in the settings. Okay, here we go. Desktop audio device disabled. Okay, there we go. I got something on there now that says desktop audio. I've got microphone. Apply that. We'll go OK. Okay, now desktop audio popped on. So let's play something on the desktop just to see if we can hear that. Well, I'll be able to hear it, but I just want to see if the desktop audio mixer will actually vibrate any at all. Okay, I'm playing my previous live stream of our Traveler game. I got it muted.
Some kind of
yep, it's actually moving. Okay, good deal.
It's like always drowsy or something like that. But they said it's
okay, perfect. Now I want to bring up the center monitor. There you go. And then we're going to bring up CIG. Yep, that's our unit site on CIG. And if you're interested in joining the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron, we are hiring. You probably noticed that. That's my new intro. It's basically just going to be a recruiting video. It's got some video, and it's got me talking. It's got me saying, come join us. You know, we're the greatest. Do, 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 do. You know, that's us. Okay, so let me go to the fan kit. No, let's go to the hub. No, none of that junk. Development. I'm curious, what does my telemetry tell me? Since we're here, I just want to kind of just check it out. I got a GPU score of 123 and a CPU score of 109. Really? In the last 24 hours. Okay. And I am playing on ultra high. I've been playing on ultra high for a while. So I'm sitting dead middle of the what do they call this? Yeah, this is like minimum requirements, and this is like recommended requirements or something like that. I'm right in the middle of it. But this says I have an 8750H, and that is not true. I've got a 9700K, which has been overclocked to 4.9 gigahertz. So that is incorrect. And my average FPS is also not correct. This says I got a 50.9. I'm more close to 60. Yeah, that's closer to where I'm at. Right about there, the 60.2 area. I might get 58. That might be a reasonable, but still I'm above the minimum. And that's me playing on ultra high too, so I probably, if I tone that down to maybe medium, I'll probably do a lot better. But okay, either way, I didn't mean to go into the telemetry. I didn't really mean to do that. Let's go to, I don't even know where it is. The roadmap. There we go. Yeah. We have some. Now, you'll see that there's the Star Citizen, and it still only has 3.5 and 3.6, but Jared got on stream and said that it should be updated within the next week or so, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, but we'll see. So let's go to Squadron 42. Caveats. Got it. Okay, doesn't look like anything's been updated, right? But that's because this is like a really hard, this page here, the overview, is really hard to kind of follow. We're currently in Q1 of 2019, right? Well, yeah, Chapter 1 phase is in progress. White box narrative. They don't expect that to be finished till Q2. This is already finished, and I guess they're expecting these to be finished now. We'll see. I'm not this. Let's go to the features. It's a lot easier to read, in my opinion. They got Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, right? And then 2020. Wow, they got 2020 on there. And it looks like if I scroll a little bit to the right, beta. The final stage of polishing and bug fixing before release. So that is an actual beta release for Squadron 42. January, February next year, 12 months from now, don't expect the beta release. It's not going to happen until like March, April, May, sometime in that neighborhood. Okay, but let's get back to Q1. This is stuff that they anticipate being done by March, right? And I'm going to expand all categories. Let's just do that. Make it easier to read and see. Okay. Basilisk armor. These numbers here might have changed. The 311, I don't remember on my last, which is probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't remember what the numbers were that I had down, so I can't tell you if it's an increase or a decrease. But if you know anything about my channel, my beliefs, my philosophies on the roadmap, those numbers are irrelevant to me. I don't care if they have 1 or 100 tasks. I don't care if they have 5 out of 1,000,000 tasks completed or if they have 5 out of 6 tasks completed. It doesn't tell me anything. That tells me 0, because not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks are hard and some tasks are easy. Some tasks take 5 minutes to complete. Some tasks take months to complete. So by just telling me that you have 5 tasks, I don't know if that's going to take you an hour or if that's going to take you 5 years. So it's irrelevant. I don't even bother with the numbers and tasks, okay? Unless it doesn't give me numbers. If it says scheduled, that means they haven't even begun on it. It's just a sperm in a wet dream. They don't even know what it's going to be or how it's going to be or how to get started. It's not even begun. If it's in development, that tells me they're working on it, right? And they've got a number above it. That's fine. So development and schedule. Those are really the only, or complete. Those are the only ones I'm really looking at. Okay, so let's look at the basilisk armor. Doesn't tell me anything. Okay. Interesting, but they're working on it. And remember, this is Q1. So if I could shrink all those, because those are irrelevant. This is what's, as of right now, this is what's going to be in the next patch, which should be in about 1 month. Let's take a look. Advocacy armor. Cool. What is that? That's, okay, hold on. Let's back up. Let's back up. Roll it back. Bring the mic. No. What? I misspoke. This is Squadron 42's roadmap. This does not mean if something is completed in Q1, it's going to go in patch 3.5. It does not mean that. Single, solitary, have a belief that if it's also supposed to be in the persistent universe and they finish it for Squadron 42, I think that their main goal will be to put that thing into the persistent universe at the same time that they complete it for Squadron 42. 2 reasons. It needs to go into this pure persistent universe anyway, and 2, we'll get some early testing on it, because when they put it in the persistent universe, us playing the persistent universe might be able to test that basilisk armor out. We might be able to buy it and equip it and run around with it. And then what that'll do is it'll give them a lot of insight on whether or not it's worth a darn or not, right? So even though this is Squadron 42, when they finish that basilisk armor, I fully believe that it will show up in the shops in the persistent universe. Okay, so let's go on down to DNA face customization. Same thing. We'll be able to take eyes and move them around, and noses and mouths, and we'll be able to change the tone of our hair and our skin color, our eyes, which we can do at a very limited amount right now. But when they say DNA face customization, that means we're going to have all kinds of options. It's, we're going to have morphing. We'll have a ton of variants. And what that'll also do is it will be applied by your GPU. It's going to use the abilities of your GPU to free up some of that tasks, some of that resources from your CPU. So with a better graphics card, you'll be able to absorb that load a little bit better, because the face customization looks like it's going to be handled by the graphics card, the GPU. All right. And then we come down here to clicking X on that, and then I'm going to click on opening this just so I can see. I got the volume down. It looks good. Okay. Yeah, now Restream said they were going to have the error with YouTube fixed by midnight. Well, it's already past midnight, so I don't see it being fixed. And if you see these characters popping up on my desktop, these are characters, these are pictures, and you can't see all my desktops because I got like 3 monitors, but it'll cycle through. It cycles through pictures. These are sci-fi pictures, concept art of characters that I pulled from the web to use during my Traveler game as people they might meet. You know, it's like NPCs that they might meet. And I'll pull up a picture and I print them out usually and put them on cards and give them stats and stuff. And then I'll show the players like, hey, check this out. Okay, so let me get back to that. Okay. So that's what the face customizer will be. Now we've got an FPS collision avoidance. Okay. Just because it says FPS doesn't mean it's just in a combat. I know it is first-person shooter, but what that also will affect is just your NPCs walking down a hall in the city. They're going to avoid bumping into people. They'll avoid trash cans. They won't walk up to a garbage pail and just stand there and trying to get past it. They won't be able to do it. And I just bumped the microphone. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go down here. That's what that's supposed to be. Let's see what it actually says. Adding the ability to AI to acknowledge objects present in its path and navigate around it. Okay, so, you know, you and I would say, oh, that's simple. That should be easy. It's not. I mean, they've got to figure out how to get that and which way to have that AI turn, because maybe he goes to the right, but then you walk up and block the path. Now then he changes his mind and goes to the left. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's got to go into that. Collision avoidance. And then the next one is AI spline paths. Okay, not spline paths for you and me, but spline path for the AI. So if you don't know what a spline path is when you're at an astronomical body, like a planet or a moon, and you want to get to the other side of the planet or the moon, and you select something on the far side of the planet to be your quantum target. You will not just quantum straight through the planet or straight through the moon and hit that and then, you know, go to that object. It will dynamically figure out a path where you can fly around the planet to get to the other side. And that is a spline path. And they already have that in for you and I, because what we'll do is we'll just select that item, that destination, because we know where we need to go. But AI aren't as smart as us, or they don't understand. Like, they'll look for the item, they don't see it because it's on the other side of the planet, and they won't think to look for it or designate their quantum travel to go there. But with the AI spline path improvements, the AI will now learn how to jump to the other side of the planet or moon. Okay, FPS stealth. Okay, it's going to add NPC behaviors that allow for a player to sneak up on people. Okay, they call it stealth tactics, but what it basically means is you'll be able to crouch and hide behind a brick or a wall, or you'll be able to sneak up in the dark, or maybe you'll just go around to the back of somebody where he can't see you, and you'll be able to sneak up on them. But I believe it also allows for the NPC to react appropriately and realistically as they search for potential intruders, identify corpses, and transition between low and medium threat levels. So basically, a guy's on patrol and he sees a dead body. Now he's going to like, whoa, what's going on? I need to look around, see if there's a bad guy in the area. So it'll help the search, and you'll be able to sneak up on them and all that good stuff. And they haven't started that. According to this, it's only scheduled. And that's supposed to be, okay, it's scheduled, hasn't been started, and it's supposed to be done by March. Don't think it's going to happen. Okay. Distortion damage improvements. Okay, there are some weapons that cause distortion damage. There are some environmental hazards like nebula that cause distortion damage. There's lightning storms that cause distortion damage. Also cause your electronic devices like scanners and sensors and radars and things like that to fail. Your shields will probably fail. And they're just trying to figure out what they want to do with that. And right now, it's only scheduled. Okay, system heat. I don't need to open this because I remember it's exactly the same one as I read the last time we did this. System heat is not just for your components on your ship. It's not just for your weapons overheating or your jump drive overheating or your maneuver drives overheating or your shields overheating. It's not just for those items. Even though it is mainly for those items, it's also temperature environmental hazards, like you might be on a very hot planet with lava, or you might be on a ship that's on fire and you got to walk through this fire, right? So basically anything that can be affected by heat, they're working on that. So they've mentioned that there will be gameplay implications with your ship, over components overheating, and you got to worry about coolers and cooling them down and stuff like that. But they also said, like, in a room, there might be heat. Like your engines might have been damaged and it's releasing a lot of heat inside your ship where the crew members might get burned. Or you might be on a planet that's got a lot of heat or something. So yeah, it's heat all around. Okay, vehicle HUD they're going to work on. Still in development. That's good. Well, at least it's in development, right? Scheduled means they have not started it. In development means they've started it. Okay, vehicle radar in development. Nice. New atmospheric flight model. Well, that's the main thing we're all looking for in 3.5. This is a Squadron 42 roadmap. These are things that they are working for to add into Squadron 42. But if they complete it, they will add it to the PU, I'm sure. If it's not story breaking or it's not plot something or other, if it's just part of the chapter stuff, they're not going to implement that. But if it's a feature and they're finished with it, they'll put it in our persistent universe, so we'll get a chance to play with it. 3.5. This should all correlate to 3.5. New atmospheric flight model. Okay, I'm going to have to drink something for this. All right. So, I'm just fooling around. Okay, so the new flight model. We could take a whole 2-hour video and talk about the flight model. The flight model is, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of moving components in the flight model where it's going to affect how we play Star Citizen. Okay, so we're going to, okay, let's just start with this one. Taking off and landing from a planet is going to be different because right now I can just point straight down and I could fly down to those, those big, when you get to Lorville and when you get close to the starport and you request landing, they open these bays. Oh, I just hit the mic. It'll open up these bays and then you have to fly down inside there and land. That's going to be really hard with the new flight model. From what I understand, our thrusters are not going to be putting out enough thrust. We're going to have to adjust the amount of overpowering these thrusters just to keep us afloat. Because right now, I can hover 10 feet off the ground facing straight at the ground on a planet and have no problems at all. I can turn my engines, I could hands off stick everything and it'll just sit right there. Where the new flight model, that's not going to be a thing. You're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to if you've got wings, you've got to have forward velocity to maintain your lift, like the Saber or the Gladius. You got to maintain forward velocity so those wings can provide additional lift without having to overclock your thrusters, your vertical thrusters. When you come into the spaceport, you can't land because they're submerged bays. You'll have to come up above it and drop down inside of it. You're going to have to do that. So they're going to have to make that a thing where we can do that. So we're not going to be able to just point straight down like I do sometimes. I'll point straight down, I'll go down into the hangar, and then I'll level out and land. I'm going to have to learn a new way to land because that's not going to be feasible anymore, because my forward firing thrusters aren't going to be able to keep me in the air. I'm just going to go and crash. So that's going to be a big thing. We're going to have to figure that out. I'm going to have to figure that out. We're all going to have to figure that out, right? Okay. I'll be able to take off from a moon, or I'll be able to take off from a space station, no problem, because you're in space or you're on a super low gravity. Should have no problem at all. But when you start talking about the planets that have full gravity or atmosphere, you're not going to be able to do it. Okay, so now you take that's just takeoff and landings, right? Okay, now when we talk about just flying around inside the atmosphere, that's going to be a big thing, right? So you're going to fly, and if you've got wings on your ship, if you want to turn to the right, you can't just turn to the right. Like, you can't just move your mouse to the right and go. You're going to have to roll your wings a little bit and get the best possible flight model, when you're flying in the atmosphere and you're going down and up and down and up. You can't just be going down and up, down and up. You're going to have to do one of these numbers to get the best type of airflow over your wings. Some ships are going to not have to worry about that as much because they don't have any wings. But those, like my Saber, I'm going to have to deal with it quite a bit. I'm going to have to, or if I want the best flight model, like if I want to be able to turn the best, I'm sure I can still turn by just doing this or just doing that, but it's going to be like fighting against the pull of gravity. But if I was to take advantage of my flight, my aerodynamics of my ship, if I take advantage of it and do like a turn like this, I'll probably turn twice as fast. And that is going to be, I'm going to have to practice and test and learn how to fly all over again. So the new flight model is going to be super exciting. And in space, same thing. I've already taught, during our flight training, it was probably about 2 years ago. It was a long time ago. In Arena Commander, I found that we were flying Hornets and Sabres as the main thing. I found even then, but flight models changed since then to this mid-range flight model. The flight model's gone through like 4 or 5 different iterations, but in one of them, that when we were like really heavily playing Arena Commander just to hone our teamwork, we had I discovered this, that when you just point and shoot your targets, with the front of your ship, you just, because I fly a lot with a mouse, and so I could just take my mouse pointer and I can just point it at a ship and fire like da 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 da, and they would fly by and I'd be da 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 da. That was okay, but I found that if I would cant my ship just a little bit, my turn rate would be so much better. And I found the reason why that is because if you can imagine, you have 4 thrusters, 2 in the front top, 2 in the back top, and then 2 in the front bottom and 2 in the back bottom, right? So, and those roll you by firing these will go this way, and then firing these will get you going this way. Same thing, you fire these, or you fire these, and then you fire these, and you'll roll this way. You fire this, and you'd go down. So it basically you would get 4 thrusters, to maneuver you in whatever direction you need to move at any given time. But I noticed that if you are trying to maneuver your nose in a specific direction, if you canted just slightly, you would get all 4 of these thrusters from the bottom and a couple of top thrusters. All your thrusters would fire to get you to maneuver, and basically you would get not double the turn radius, but it greatly increased it, maybe 25%. It was a lot. And a lot of these thrusters are gimbaled. They can move, and when the thrusters can move, it's more important to do that, because when you're just going straight to the right, you can only take advantage of the 4 thrusters, or the 2 thrusters in the front and the 2 thrusters in the back here, to be able to get you that pivot. But when you can't, you've got this thruster here can swivel, give you a thrust. The bottom thruster can swivel, give you a thrust. So you're actually getting double the thrusters by moving like that. So it was, we'll have to see. We're gonna have to experiment with the new flight model, and that's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna enjoy it. Trying to figure out what's what and what's not. And hopefully they'll stick with this. With Squadron 42 coming out pretty soon, I think they pretty much narrowed it down that they're going to stick with this new flight model. Okay, and sticking with the flight model, another thing that's going to affect us is the throttle. Now they've talked about HOTAS, where you got a throttle, a hand throttle, right, or a joystick that has like a lever or a hand throttle. When it's in neutral position, which basically means you're not pushing it forward and you're not pulling it back, when you're just sitting it down, you're not applying any thrust. You're just coasting if you're in decoupled mode. If you're not in decoupled mode, you'll stop. You have to apply thrust by holding the throttle forward, and then what it'll do is it'll generate aft thrust, which will get your ship moving. And then if you pull it back to 0, you'll gradually slow down and stop. And then if you pull it all the way back, it'll apply some kind of active rear thrust, and you'll slow down. You won't slow down as fast as you go forward, because your aft thrusters are 10 times stronger than your maneuver thrusters. So if you're going at 1,000,000 miles an hour and you try to stop by just using your forward thrusters, it'll take you forever to slow down. Maybe a quarter of a mile, or 250 miles or whatever. I'm going 1,000,000 miles an hour. But if I was to flip around, maybe decouple and put my ass towards the direction of flight, and then I applied forward thrust, I would slow down a lot faster. So we'll have to experiment with all that too. Okay, so the throttle, the aerodynamics, the thruster placements and strengths. That's all going to be super important. And the speed changes. There's going to be some speed changing. I don't know if it's going to be a lot slower. Hopefully it is. But you never know. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. Okay, let's continue on with this little dealy-bobby-o. So we have new atmospheric flight model and the new flight model. We pretty much just talked about all of that. And then there's vehicle scanning. As of right now, if you're in scan mode by just hitting tab, you can point at your enemy or anybody. You can point at a base, you can point at a ship, you can point at whatever, and it will scan it, and it will tell you, like, oh, I detect he's got lead in his underdrawers. Okay, player carryables. That's going to be exciting. I can just carry my helmet, or I can carry a rifle, or carry whatever I can carry, a paper plate. Free look. Well, we pretty much can already do free look, but now they're just saying they're going to make it a lot more user-friendly, I think is what they're saying. The player jump. Oh, so I can take my player and I can jump to the next solar system? No. What they're saying is jumping up and down, like the Halo jump. You just jump and jump and jump and jump. Some of the armors, they can't jump worth a darn, and maybe they don't want them to be able to jump. And some players that can't jump, maybe they want them to jump, and they haven't. So that's all going to be in there worked out. Core tech. Now we're talking about particle lighting. So you're talking about like smoke and sparks and stuff. It's all pretty cool. Organic shader, so they'll figure out like where the sun is and where these bumps are on the rock, where the shades are going to go. And then water physics, you're going to see waves and water and all that cool stuff. And then hard surface shaders. It says it's completed. And then atmospheric effects, so like entering and exiting an atmosphere. And probably they're going to be talking about clouds too, but they're basically saying entry and exit. And contrails. Yeah, I don't think they've got that right. So I think they've actually got that wrong. So I'm going to wait and see what they're changing it to, and then I'll worry about complaining. Okay, projectile manager. As you know, in the future, you're going to have a magazine, 30 rounds, and you're going to have 30 bullets modeled inside that magazine. Or they're going to hand wavium that, because they don't need to worry about it, and just have the top bullet or 2 bullets modeled. And then so when you look in your magazine, you can see the bullets. And when you shoot, it'll take that actually physicalized model of the bullet, put it in the chamber, and fire it out, right? And if that bullet flies through the atmosphere, depending on how thick the atmosphere is, depending on the wind, depending on the gravity, depending on the humidity, all that stuff will affect the direction that bullet, how it flies, to the left, to the right. Does it rise? Does it drop? Does it start tumbling early? All that stuff will be incorporated into the projectile manager, so that the bullets won't, so you'll have bullet drop instead of it just always flying perfectly straight. You'll have a bullet off course to the left and right, depending on wind and stuff. And so you basically have to adjust your shots, do Kentucky windage or zero your weapon or whatever. I'm kind of looking forward to that. And when that bullet makes contact with you, they don't mention this here, but this is something else they're talking about. That bullet is physicalized, so when it hits you, your armor is also physicalized. Have you ever looked at your armor and seen that there's gaps between like your breastplate and your shoulder plate? If a bullet hits in between that, there's no armor there. You're going to take full amount. You're not going to reduce it by 40%. Okay, weapon effects, sparks, big deal. It is a big deal, but I'm not worried about it. Ragdoll improvements. Okay, yeah, you kill people. They fall. They don't fall straight. Sometimes they fall to the side. Sometimes they don't fall until a half an hour later. They're going to work on that. That's a missile launcher. I know it doesn't look like a missile launcher, but it is. I think it's a Sheehan missile launcher. High-tech, reusable ground-to-air missile launcher, including animation, audio, and balancing. So it's kind of like an AT-4 or a Stinger missile, and you could put another missile, or what's that other one? The Javelin, more like the Javelin missile. Okay. And then the Pyro multi-tool, they're reworking the design of it because the one that they're using right now is kind of clunky and oversized. This way, when you put it on your hip, it'll fold up into a nice, tight, compartmentalized little box, and you can slap it on your hip. When you take it off, you open up the front, you open up the back, and now you've got this like cutting tool. I'm excited about that. All right. So that was the roadmap. Okay, so I'm going to take, hey, see, that's another girl for my RPG. I'm going to take about a 5-minute break. And what I'm going to try to do is see if I can't get YouTube connected. And if I can't, I'll be right back. If I can, I'll be right back. So either way, I'll be right back. All right, I'll see you in just a minute. Greetings, citizens. This is Lieutenant Commander Mr. Everything coming at you with an important announcement from the UEE Navy. The 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron, the Lions, is recruiting. Be a part of something great. Join now. We are looking for new and veteran players. The 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron is a UEE Navy carrier-based squadron. If you're looking for a disciplined, well-trained unit, join now. Not only do we want combat professions, but we need first-person marine experts, merchants, miners, salvage. All professions are welcome in the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. Our mission is to protect the UEE and its citizens. Join the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. Expected missions would be anti-piracy, anti-smuggling, fleet protection, search and rescue, convoy escort, bounty hunting, exploration, mining, salvage, asset protection, cargo hauls, to name a few. Join now and see the galaxy. We have an organization page on the RSI website, as well as the forums in Spectrum, and we have our very own Discord. Role-playing is encouraged, but not mandatory. The galaxy awaits. Join now. Whether you're casual or competitive, we're looking for committed players. We're based on a World War II U.S. Navy Air Squadron theme. Our focus are carrier-based craft, with our primary being the Sabre. But all ships are needed and wanted in the squadron. We would like to have a wide variety of ships to allow all kinds of gameplay. Visit now your local Navy recruiter and join the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. The squadron is growing. Visit our recruiter at robertspaceindustriescom/orgs/1NAS to become a member of something great. Greetings, citizens. This is Lieutenant Commander Mr. Everything coming at you with an important announcement from the UEE Navy. The 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron, the Lions, is recruiting. Be a part of something great. Join now. We are looking for new and veteran players. The 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron is a UEE Navy carrier-based squadron. If you're looking for a disciplined, well-trained unit, join now. Not only do we want combat professions, but we need first-person marine experts, merchants, miners, salvage. All professions are welcome in the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. Our mission is to protect the UEE and its citizens. Join the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. Expected missions would be anti-piracy, anti-smuggling, fleet protection, search and rescue, convoy escort, bounty hunting, exploration, mining, salvage, asset protection, cargo hauls, to name a few. Join now and see the galaxy. We have an organization page on the RSI website, as well as the forums in Spectrum, and we have our very own Discord. Role-playing is encouraged, but not mandatory. The galaxy awaits. Join now. Whether you're casual or competitive, we're looking for committed players. We're based on a World War II U.S. Navy Air Squadron theme. Our focus are carrier-based craft, with our primary being the Sabre. But all ships are needed and wanted in the squadron. We would like to have a wide variety of ships to allow all kinds of gameplay. Visit now your local Navy recruiter and join the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. The squadron is growing. Visit our recruiter at robertspaceindustriescom/orgs/1NAS to become a member of something great. All right, I am back. Yeah, YouTube connection to the restream is still down. So if you guys are on YouTube watching the stream right now, I recommend that you switch over to Twitch. I know I hate to say this because I love YouTube and I love Twitch. I love them both. But my chat is not working with Restream right now on YouTube. I don't know if they made a change or there was some kind of disconnect. They're working hard to figure it out. But until then, you can chat with me on Twitch. I have Twitch pulled up on my second monitor. And if you'd like to chat with me, I'm right there. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and log into Star Citizen. We'll fiddle fart around and see what we can do. The first hour, we spoke about the roadmap. We also spoke about my hardware upgrades. And yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what you guys would like me to do. I guess we'll see. Hey, there you go, Tonky. How you doing over there? I thought I saw your chat on YouTube when I went over there to try to get it to work, and yeah, but I see you now. All right, so let's go ahead and I don't know. I'm thinking I might feel like a little bit of Star Marine tonight, or not Star Marine, but Arena Commander. Nope. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna carry some freaking cargo. I haven't done that in forever. The Twitch's delay is less than YouTube, or the delay is more than YouTube. Because what I'm reading was much more less than. I think one of them is like 10 seconds, the other one's like 20 seconds or something. So yeah, and I don't remember which is which. All right, I am wearing, delay on YouTube is more than it is on Twitch. Yep. I'm going to get up. I've got a whole new outfit I'm wearing. For those of you that are interested in the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron, I'm actually wearing part of our uniform at this time. And I'm in the floor, but I could just be, yeah. What do you call it? Yeah. Okay, so let's take a gander at this uniform that I am wearing. Yeah, with of course open the front. You know. Let's go ahead and I'm on Lorville. Dang, when I'm on Lorville, I want to go do some shooting in people's faces. I don't want to carry any cargo. That might be what we do. We might shoot some people in the face. But I won't find that out until I get to the spaceport. So let's go ahead and call the elevator and head on over to the Spacio Portio. Space Aporte. Or Astroporte. Or however it is. Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, I've got my mic on a boomer. And I can talk like this, just really close with my lips touching the metal. I can talk like this, blah 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 blah. But I'm not gonna do that. I am getting a pop filter. So eventually when I get the pop filter, I thought about one of those little metal half circle things, but I looked at them closely and they're not even a pop filter. They're just to keep my mouth at a constant distance away from the microphone. It didn't put any kind of double membrane filter or nothing. It's just a screen. It's a metal screen with big old holes. Not even worth getting. So I ordered a double membrane. I think it's like 6 inches, so it's going to be like this big around. I'm going to put it in front of there so when I talk, I don't go pop, 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 pop. A lot like my recruiting video. I noticed that my recruiting video, there was a lot of this pop, 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 pop. And I was like, oh man, I needed a pop filter, something fierce. So I ordered one.
Welcome to Metro Center. Transfers to the perimeter, spaceport, and industry lines.
Yo, transports to the industry line, even though I'm not going there. I'm going to get a ship, and I'm going to do something with it. Oh, run, sprint. Oh, I got 26 seconds. I'm good. I just got here. And it sounds like I'm dying over here.
Step away from the platform edge when train is approaching.
Yeah, so I was going to do a review on the boom. It's a Nox, whatever they call it, a boom arm or something like that. And then I also got a Nox shock mount for the Yeti. And I also got some kind of, I don't know what the brand name is. It escapes me. I want to say English, but that's probably not it. Pop filter. Once I get all of those, I'll do a before and after kind of video on how it affected my sound quality and stuff like that. And how it affects my movement of the microphone and how sturdy I think it is, and the springs and the elasticity on my shock mount, because it's got these little rubber bands, you know. We'll see. We will see. It's too close. And I need to like turn it one step to the left. One step clockwise. I might do that tonight before. What? Oh, okay. And I cranked it up to ultra high graphics too, just so you guys could see all the cool graphics. Okay, sorry. Except when you get too close, it kind of breaks down. What's inside there? Did I just hear an alien? Did I hear a reticulan parasite? And I don't have any weapons or armor on me. This guy's got a bad back. Dude. Did I get him started? I'm pushing on him. Yeah, okay, didn't want to move. A dude. Is there something I need to know about over here? Just in case. Wait a second. Oh, okay, there. That's a magazine. Where's my rifle? Where's my laser rifle? Okay, I've already got it right there. It's my secondary. I've got all these laser rifle magazines and no laser rifle. It's like it disappeared. I don't need to be carrying those laser rifle magazines. Alrighty. So, before I decide to pick a thing, let's see what kind of missions we got possibly hanging out. Let's go to the mission board here. Let's go to Mercenary. Eliminate threat from space. Nah. How about evict illegal occupants? That's done by Hurston. Authorized execution, private sender. Call to arms. This is these guys are from X Malo Bonum. So my understanding is this guy is wanting to get back at Hurston, but Hurston wants to evict, and I want to evict. So we're going to evict. Go to Adelaide. Make 1,000,000 credits. Okay. That's where we're going to go. Excuse me, gentlemen. Oh, I need a ship. Hang on. Never mind, guys. I got to get a ship. I haven't flown this in a while. I'm going to take my Hornet. I haven't flown that in a long time. We're going to go Horneten at 07. Heading on my way to... Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do this. Boop. Got to do this all the time. Anytime I log in. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo. Just so they know that the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron is looking over their shoulder. Number 7. Tampico. Tampico. Citrus punch. What's good? Oh, they're talking about me. Okay. King Habibi. You probably heard every little gulp on this little microphone that I've got right here by next to my mouth. Not only am I doing this for you guys, I'm also, this is a test stream. That's why you see me moving the mic around all the time. It's not just for you guys. It's what the hell? It's for me. It's for me to see how rubbing my lips on the microphone affects how it sounds. And also just higher, lower, upper, and downer, you know. It's basically just a bunch of audio tests. And when this stream's over, maybe tomorrow, I'll go back and listen to this video and just kind of learn what the best sounded positions were. And then I might also, I haven't done it yet, but I might adjust some volume settings in my OBS. Whoa, this looks a lot cleaner. Oh, guess what? I'm on, I got a couple of dents. Somebody come buff those out. Okay. Enter the pilot seat, as if there is another seat. This isn't a Super Hornet. This is just a regular old Hornet. Beep.
Anvil Aerospace, all systems online.
You are cleared for liftoff.
That's good. But I'll only feel clear when this is open. Wow. My headlights don't even go forward. They go to the sides. Look at that. I got a headlight on the right. And oh, because they're connected to the wings. Okay. Because the wings are folded back like this. And once the wings fold forward, then the lights will go forward.
Takeoff complete.
Like, watch this. Aha! Worked.
Landing gear raised. Forward proximity alert.
Woo! This guy's cooking with Crisco.
Aston Dynamics thanks you.
Dang, this ship's like hauling ass. Look at my altitude. That's what I'm talking about. Let's turn these lights off. I don't need to see that rain. Which is kind of cool. It's raining. Gee. Okay. Let's get close to... That's only 63... What? That's only 63 kilometers away? Okay, I'm going there. I don't need to go to orbit. Let's just go over there. Actually, 60 kilometers might take me a while. Because I'm only going... Yeah, I need to get some altitude. Because you can go faster at higher altitudes. The Nerd Rager. Hey, man, what's up? You know it is. It's full of that... It's full of that... Those... That, like... What do they call it? Industrial waste. It's polluted. Or... as Traveler would call it, tainted. It's a tainted atmosphere. I always bring everything back to Traveler because Star Citizen's based on Traveler. Okay, so let's move on back to filling my glass full of some of this Tampico. Yeah, I don't know if you have like Walmart supercenters around your area, but they've got these food centers in our area, and they sell these bottles for 50 cents, man. Whenever I'm there, I take them all, which is usually just about a dozen. Okay, let's see. Now I should be at a higher altitude. Let's see if I can go any faster. Oh, I can. I'm getting up to like 500. It says max safe speed's 1,000, but we'll see. Those are my only guns. Okay, got it. I'm not really trying to get altitude. Alright guys, we are getting down into the eliminate hostile. I only have one gun, but I've got like 10 mags, so I should be okay. I got a pistol too. I got grenades. I got the guns. No, seriously. I have played Arma 1 and 2, and I think I own 3. I didn't really like Arma as much as I did Operation Flashpoint. I liked Operation Flashpoint a lot better. Arma seemed like it didn't have a mission. It just felt like it was all, I don't know. There was missions, but it just didn't feel like they were any good. But I haven't played Arma 3. I own it, but I haven't played it. Yeah, I think I'm going to come in and use my chain guns. My whatever I've got. Some kind of chain guns. To kill these turrets. So in the process, I probably should put the shields more to the front. And I should probably put some power to shields. Yeah, let's turn the lights on. Oh, all right. Yeah, I played shoot, Operation Flashpoint back when it was it was before Operation Flashpoint. It's called something else. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oh, they're shooting at me. Oh, those horrible people. I think that's one. That's two. Oh, my guns are shooting all over the side of it. Okay, there we go. Just had to tweak my aim a little bit. See, in this flight model, I can... Whoa. In this flight model, I can just point straight to the ground and not fall out of the sky. Lowered my gear. She just told you. I'm going to land right in here. See my lights? They don't help. Not when you lower your gear. Yeah, proximity alert this.
Proximity alert.
See, my guns are shooting out like this.
Squadron, proximity alert. Landing complete.
No, it's not eject. That would be bad. What is this button? There you are.
Engine offline.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay. We're hunting rabbits. I do like the fire sounds. They really did a good job with those. I think somebody else is here. There's only 3 hostiles remaining. There's supposed to be 8. Oh, I'm trying to go to the... No, I'm on the surface. I'm trying to go to sublevel. There we go. So maybe a guy went through, killed like 5 of them, and then got killed. And left 3 behind. Now I don't see anybody remaining. Is mission over? What the hell is going on here? I don't have an accepted mission. Dude. It's alright. Brought me back to... Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's my fault. I shouldn't have been on my mobile glass. But yeah, I should have just... And then when he was shooting me in my mobile glass, I just stopped, took my hands off, and just watched him kill me. It's like... What was going through my mind was, he's an idiot. What is he saying? All I saw was a dude and I shot. Besides, I noticed my ship's gone. Yeah, too bad. Dick. Like I said, maybe I should have been taking cargo. Now I'm curious. Wrong button. This one. Okay, so I still have my... Still have my rifle, even though he killed me out there. Okay. If you ever feel like you want to see what's underneath Lorville, just go to this little staircase right here, and you can see underneath. You can even travel under here. You can glitch through the wall, and you can actually get underneath Lorville. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go about my business. Well, I was into my Hornet, which I never ever fly. Except I used to fly it all the time until I got my Saber. The Hornet, I don't even own a Hornet. CIG gave me the Hornet because I backed so early. But I think it's only a loaner until the game goes live. I think. If I get to keep the Hornet, I'll be a happy camper. But I don't think I do. 1:30, way too long to wait. 20, I can wait 20.
Now arriving from TISA Spaceport. Stand by and let passengers disembark before boarding. Now arriving from TISA Spaceport. Stand by and let passengers disembark before boarding.
What if I don't want to let them disembark? Look at all those passengers. Boy, there's tons of them.
Be considerate to your fellow travelers. Do not block doors. Trespassing or attempting to trespass on train tracks is a serious and dangerous offense.
I don't know if you guys like to watch TV. TV. Oh boy, I can't talk when I got candy in my
Next
mouth.
stop, TISA Spaceport.
I probably shouldn't anyway. But if you haven't seen this series, it was recommended to me. I watched 1 or 2 episodes and was not very... It didn't draw me in. But I forced myself to watch the whole series. After like the first, maybe the second episode, I really started to get sucked in. And I watched the whole first season. I don't even know if there's going to be any more seasons. But it was called Night Flyers. It's about a ship from Earth that travels out of the solar system to go rendezvous with an alien that they detected out in space. And all the horror, because it's a horror show, it's not a, it's horror set in a sci-fi setting. And that's why I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, because I'm not really big into horror. But it was pretty good. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was on the Sci-Fi channel. Of course, I'm watching the Orville and Discovery. This dude is still here? I've been trying to push him. Okay, so while I'm here, let's go ahead and just retrieve the Hornet. Oh, look at that. It says it's stored. Not blown up or destroyed. Wow. Really? Why is it stored? Shouldn't it be, like, lost? Okay, but I'm okay with that. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and go for a mission. That's Rico. That's like a million billion miles away. Oh wait, oh, up to 7,000. Wait a second. I'll accept it. Go to Rufus. Okay, I'm going to Rufus. I'm going to use that freaking Hornet again. Okay, now this one's on the other side of the planet. I didn't see what hangar did it say it was in? Did it say 7 again? Crap. I didn't pay attention. Crap, I didn't pay attention. Looks like it's on this side. Maybe it was 4, maybe? Because that's normally my elevator. What? Wait, did it open? Oh. Let's see, I didn't pay attention to which hangar it was supposed to be in. I do have a long work shift tomorrow, so I've been thinking about cutting it off after a little while, but I'm having fun, so let's keep playing. I don't think this is my hangar. There is a Hornet there, though. It doesn't look like my Hornet. Because my Hornet is Anvil Hornet way over there. Let's see if I can get in this thing. It's not mine. Looks like a tracker or a ghost. Looks like it's a ghost. Nope, won't let me in. Did it say Hangar 3? It might have said Hangar 3. We're about to find out. Guess somebody could use the DVR function and go back in the stream and find out what hangar it was and then tell me. Or you can just watch me suffer and try to figure out which one it is. 'Cause you like to hear the smooth listening from Mr. Everything. The gentle sound of Mr. Everything's voice comes across the microphone as if he was breathing. Yeah, I don't know. Too close. Too close for comfort. Okay, here we go. Alright, wait, wait, did I go anywhere? I didn't go anywhere. It's not accepting my button pushes. Uh-oh, I think the server might be crashing. I have a feeling the server might be crashing. It's not accepting my button pushes. I'm stroking it. Stroke, 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 stroke. Yeah, let's zoom in. Stroke, stroke, stroke. Well, it accepts that, but it just doesn't move. How about if I stand right here? No. Yep. Okay. So, Thraxacor Saint. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's saying the same thing. Instead of doing that, I'm just gonna do this. Exit to the menu. Because I was thinking I might want to jump into just some Arena Commander, just to finish the night, just fighting some Vanduul by myself. But since the flight model is getting ready to change, I almost feel like that's a waste of my effort. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it. Okay, I thought about it, but I don't think I'm going to do it. We're just going to go to US. Not going to go to the best. Even though the US might be the best, but we will see. I got distracted there. I was reading some of the suggested channels on Twitch. And I was like, I don't play Super Mario. I don't play Hearthstone, Kingdom Hearts, Fortnite bullshit. Sorry. Okay, so I'm back on the same server. Whoa. No. Ooh, Oh, yeah. Letters are popping in and out. No. 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 Not acceptable. Not acceptable. Acceptables. We're going to go to Stanton, but this time I guess we'll hit best. See if that changes anything. So, who you rooting for in the Super Bowl? Got any? You guys care? Do you guys rooting for anybody? You rooting against anybody? I'm a big NFL fan. I like watching the NFL. I like following a lot of the players. Some years I actually do like fantasy football. You know, try to win. You know, my local, amongst some friends that also like fantasy football. Sometimes I'll play fantasy football with people I don't even know just to play. This year, actually, the last 2 years, I haven't played any fantasy football, but I still watch the games and follow the players and stuff. And I'm super duper excited that the Rams got into the Super Bowl. And I'm not a Rams fan. I don't follow them. I'm just happy they got in the Super Bowl, and I hope they beat the Patriots. I know there are people that say Patriots are the best team in the universe. Well, maybe they are. That's why I like the Rams. The underdog, working for the rooting for the underdog. Because the Patriots will probably win, but I'll still be rooting for the Rams. That should be Sunday night. I just watched I had it recorded. There was a TV show called The Best Commercials from the Super Bowls, and you got to vote on what you thought were the best ones were and all that stuff. And I saw some of those, and I totally forgot about them. And then I was like, oh yes, I remember that. That's old. That was good. Yeah. Remember with the stock trading baby? That was good. Or the linebacker that would tackle you if you were doing something at work you shouldn't be doing. Yeah, that was good too. And then apparently they thought that the lamb that was shaved that ran through because the Clydesdales a couple of years back played a football game with the football and the Clydesdales out in an open field. Well, then they made a commercial later that had all the farm animals watching the football game, and this shaved sheep ran through the field like as if he was a streaker, like a fan. Oh, I thought it was funny. So did everybody else. It won. Are you noticing a long load time? I am too. I'm going to the old Control-Alt-Delete task manager. And we are going to end some tasks, i.e. RSI launcher. And then, where's my... You know what? I've been streaming from the monitor, too. That might have something to do... Aw, really? Okay, well, let's get rid of this monitor and put it on the game. There we go. Because monitor capture uses more resources than game capture in OBS. And I was streaming from the monitor because I was showing you the RSI website earlier. Like an idiot, I didn't switch it back. And I'm also lazy. I didn't put up my green screen. I was like, screw it. Whatever. Because I'm more focused on the microphone. And plus, the YouTube wouldn't connect. So, I mean, the video is playing on YouTube. But the Restream is telling me it's not connected, even though it is connected. So when I use the Restream chat, it only pulls from Twitch. Yeah, I'm going to decline that. Let's see what server it puts me on. So, yeah. So I'm this close to being partnered on Twitch, just letting you guys know. I've got way enough hours. I've got way enough followers. I've got way enough viewers or whatever. Not viewers. I got followers, hours, something else. But there's a fourth thing I have to have, and that's viewership on my Twitch stream. You know, apparently most of my viewers are on YouTube, which, that's cool. Let's type a chat. Looks like I'm in the same server, actually. Yep. If it's the same color, you're probably in the same server, because the server chats are different colors. Okay, it looks like it's moving a little bit better. Yep, yep. I was in the same room, too, by the way. Yeah, I'm flying now. Okay, everything's moving. Okay, just took a moment. No, it's too dirty. It's too dirty to call Lorville home. And the title of my stream is a little bit off. It says testing boom, filter, and shock mount. Well, I didn't get my filter in. I got my boom and my shock mount. I wanted to check to see if it was supposed to be in the box or not, because I thought I only ordered 2 cables and a pop filter, but they sent me 3 cables. So there might be a discrepancy. Or I might have ordered 3 cables. I just don't think so.
Be considerate to your fellow travelers.
Okay, I'll be considerate. So I'll be checking that in a moment. I ordered all my mic stuff from Newegg.
Next stop, Tisa Spaceport.
Going to Colfax. Okay. It's on the other side of the planet.
Now arriving, TISA Spaceport. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
What if I don't want to? You can't tell me what to do.
Step away from the platform edge when train is approaching.
I'm hearing that in stereo. That's nice. Hearing that in my left headset. Which my headset did have a firmware update I had to do today for Logitech G430. And then halfway through the firmware update, I noticed it was only going to improve my microphone, which I don't use. This dude is still standing here. It's the same server. I've tried 4 different servers and I've always come back to this one. So I was telling everybody, maybe this is the only server. Okay, I'm going to pay attention to see which hangar I'm in. Pay attention, Mr. Everything. Pay attention. Okay, 3. Okay. These guys are having some kind of drill over here. Yes, you guys can reload. You're very skilled at reloading. Alright, hangars seem to be working. Okay, I also just turned the microphone's gain down a little bit. Okay, I'm testing. I got it down back to 50% gain, and it looks like I'm about 6 inches away, maybe 4 to 6 inches away from my mouth, just to hear what it sounds like. And now I'm rubbing my lips against it. Or I could be talking like this, rubbing my lips against it, then you would hear possibly the pop, 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 pop sound when I talk. Still waiting for that pop filter. Enter a pilot seat. Knock me in the head. Boom. I'm underneath the ladder. Okay, now I'm outside. Okay, there we go. I am in. I am in a Leica Flynn. Let's power this thing on. Let's ask for clearance.
You are cleared for liftoff.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Yeah, let's just exit the ship right here. That'd be good. There's a 600.
Aston Dynamics thanks you. Please proceed to to customs and security area for processing.
I'm not coming in, I'm going out. Okay, let's just see how fast I can actually get up to atmosphere or atmosphere. Just being silly. Just being stupid. That's 80%, 80 degrees, 85 degrees, 90 degrees. Look at that. Look at that thruster. It's like trying to get all over the place. These thrusters are just moving about. Going afterburner. Got to get to 100,000 meters to be able to use your quantum drives. I'm reloading a website. Whoops, moved my mouse. All right, we are almost there. We're at like 77,000. Got to get to 100 before we can make that quantum jump to the other side of the planet. We're almost in space. You can see the plant, the building. You see the lake right over there. I guess in a lake, I guess that's an ocean. Or a sea, at least. No, we're in space. Okay, while we're drifting out into space, let's roll this mouse wheel down. How come? There it is. That's not where I'm heading. There we go. There we go. I think I'm going there. Yep, Eliminate hostiles. Let's pretend like that's really where I'm going. It's going to be on the dark side. Spooling up my jump drive. You hear it. You hear it going. Hey, Sean, man, what's going on? That's about the limit of my vision right here. Yeah.
Quantum drive is now on.
Yeah, I can look down to my ejection lever.
Quantum drive is now off.
Yeah, we're on the dark side. Now we're burning in. Got my green lights on the right. Got my red lights on the left. Oh yeah, yeah. I just haven't flown this ship in a while, so I thought I'd fly it tonight. It's one of those things, you know. Like to go back to. This is my original fighter that I almost never use anymore. It's called a Hornet. It's like a military standard. It's what the military uses, but it's starting to get a little old. And so they are replacing it with a ship called the Lightning. But players can't get the Lightning until... Yeah. No, that's the... A-10 is a Thunderbolt. P-47 and the A-10 are both Thunderbolts. The Hornet's like the... What is it? The A... The Warthog is also the A-10. The one's a nickname, one's a designation, but the Hornet is the Navy strike aircraft. It's the I can't remember what the numeric A-18 FA-18 is the Hornet. I was trying to remember what the number was. It was 18. Yeah. So, oh wait, I didn't do it. Okay, let me, before I get within range, slow down. Perfect. I forgot. I want to adjust my shields a little bit. To the front. I want to adjust my shield power to about there. And let's go do this thing. Coming in slow. No, lights don't help. They just see dirt in the atmosphere. They do. Let me show you. You can't see it, but see my wings? And my landing gear.
Landing gear raised.
Yeah. This one has a chain gun. 2 chain guns on the wings. So they're basically just AP bullets, just standard ball ammunition, I think. They're not depleted uranium or anything. I don't know. They don't really talk about it. Is my light gonna light anything up? Nope, not yet. I mean, I could turn it on, but I'm waiting for some flak to start shooting at me, because as soon as it does, I can return fire. Maybe they shoot at 1,000 meters. I'm eyeballing the base. I'm trying to look to see if I see any flak turrets. I don't see any. I wonder if my sensors can detect turrets. Oh, wait, it's scanning. Okay, that's just the base. Let's take it slowly. Maybe this base doesn't have flak. But then again, maybe it does. Ambushed. Wait, I just blew that up. How is it shooting me? Just having fun.
Landing gear deployed. Navy proximity alert. Starboard proximity alert. Forward proximity alert. Landing complete. Engines offline.
Whoa. My sights were all jumping around. Okay. Yes. 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 Yes to all of that. I can only wait till I get a chance to rescue a daughter. Take her back to my own little personal corner of the universe. Kidding. Only partially. So there's only 4 guys. It says hostile remaining 4. Well, we're about to see how many hostiles there actually are. Not until the next patch. The next patch, my understanding is female models coming in. Maybe it's a patch after the next. I'm not sure. But yeah, females are coming in soon. The only females in the game right now are the shopkeepers. Wait, is it this button? It is this button. Do I want to go full auto or do I want to go burst? I want to go full auto. Screw it. I got 10 magazines. Yes, I'm crouching, I'm kneeling, I'm doing the chicken walk. So I guess I'm on burst fire. What? You're not dead? Okay. Let's change that to full auto. Don't even know what my iconology is. Can I have your gun? Nope. Okay. Let's see how you're gonna be. Hey! Do you not see me just kneeling right in front of you? Dude, what the hell is going on with these AI? He just walked up on me. He wasn't even going to shoot me. Awarded 7,000 UEC. I'll take it. Oh, there it is. It's sliding. That's what I wanted. Yes. Those were the most derpy AI. The most derpy. Never seen him that bad before. Cassiopeia? Cassiopeia? Was that right? The blonde? The hot chick? I'm stuck. Yeah. There's been some issues on the server tonight. Yeah, she was a... No, there was a black-haired girl. That was like Starbucks girlfriend, right? And then there was Cassiopeia, which she was the prostitute that they took onto the ship, and then she started working on the bridge. And she was the blonde girl, I think. It's been a while. Boomer. Yeah. Yeah, one of them guys. Okay, well, here we go. Where'd my grenade go? I think it just fell through the floor. Let's find me a good old death spot. This looks like a good death spot. Where's my grenade? Come on, where you at? What? What happened to it? Oh, wow. It wouldn't let me shoot, but... Okay. Ooh, I like the green. Okay, well, guess what? That's what it's going to be for the evening. Yeah, it's in CryEngine. It is something else because CIG got a contract with Crytek to use their CryEngine about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. And ever since, they've been upgrading it because CryEngine was never originally designed to be used in a massive multiplayer game. It was originally just, for Crisis or an individual game. So when they bought it, or when they, I don't know if they bought it or if they rented it or if they licensed it or however it worked. I think it was licensing. They started modifying it to work with a multiplayer game, and that was part of the early growing pains for Star Citizen, was having to change the Crisis engine, right? And then Amazon came in and bought the rights to CryEngine to make a multiplayer version called Lumberyard. And Lumberyard is an Amazon product, but it essentially is CryEngine. So Chris Roberts decides to switch to Lumberyard because Amazon's doing all the work for him to make it a multiplayer game engine. And he's already put in a lot of effort as well. So it's kind of a collaborative effort. And the game is run on Amazon servers, so the AWS servers. And so which is a good thing. You don't have to buy servers. You can just rent time on the Amazon servers. And he's using the Lumberyard. And CryEngine or Crytek got a little, they felt like they were slighted. They felt like a license agreement was violated. And they sued Chris Roberts because they took their name off of the splash screen at the beginning. It now says Lumberyard. They took the CryEngine logo off, and so the guys at Crytek are a little mad, so they sued. They lost, and they did some kind of like secondary lawsuit under a different premise. Like one was, you're using our I don't know the details, but one of them was you're using our software and you're not paying our licensing fees. And then another one was that didn't go through because they switched over to Amazon. And then they said, well, if that's not the case, well, then you're using our engine to create your own product that you're going to sell. And that's not what they're doing either. They're not creating an engine so that they can sell it. They're creating an engine so they can use it. And yeah, so basically they tried suing 2 or 3 times and they've all failed. So hopefully they've given up. But yeah, so they got their act in order. You know, he's got a nice little legal team on his side over there, and they're doing okay. Is the reason why he chose it was because it looks best. It looks better than Unreal. It looks better than, I don't know what the other ones are, but there are a bunch of MMO multiplayer engines out there that work great for multiplayer, but they don't look as good. So he figured he'd take on that tackle. He would tackle that thing by taking the one that looks better or has a potential of looking better, because Crysis, you can't argue that's a beautiful looking game as well. So it looks better, so he had to work on the multiplayer portion of it. And they seem to still be struggling with that today. But in the end, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I have all my confidence in them. And I just want to let you guys know I'm going to go ahead and call it quits tonight. I do have to work in the morning. So will I be on tomorrow night? Probably. I'll probably be doing something tomorrow night because I'm off on Sunday, luckily. And so look for me tomorrow night. I'll probably be on. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I just picked up the Total War Saga, the Thrones of Britannia. I just picked that up. I've messed around a little bit with it. It's a little confusing to me because I played like all the other Total Wars, you know, like all the way from Rome and Shogun and Shogun 2 and Rome 2 and then Empire and Napoleonics. And I didn't play the Warhammer ones. I didn't play the Warhammer Total Wars, but this Britannia one, it seems like it's laid out a little bit differently. Like a different game designer made this one, and it's hard. The icons don't look right. It doesn't scroll out far enough. I have a lot of complaints about it, actually. And so, but it's a new Total War, and it's something I can get into. So I'm going to try to get into the game, its story, and all that stuff. I mean, it's immediately after Ragnar Lothbrok is killed. It's that time period in Britain. You have the Vikings coming in every now and then. You've got Wessex and Northumbria and all those other places. And that's kind of what it was appealing to me because I'm a big Vikings fan. I watch the Vikings TV series. And I'm like, ooh, this is cool, right? Let's check it out. But now I'm like, what the hell does that mean? What is this going on? Because they're speaking Gaelic. And I'm like, wait a second, what? I don't understand what they're saying. I don't understand what's going on. And then I don't understand the political, you know, the way. And then they have words for things in the that like they talk about estate, right? Like a character's supposed to have an estate and give him an estate. I'm like, okay, I'll give him an estate. Where do I do that? How do I do that? What button am I supposed to click? They don't tell me. So basically, I'm playing a couple of trial games just to like use it as kind of like a tutorial for me, and then eventually I'll actually go in and try to play the game. Because right now I'm still just learning like where the buttons are and everything. But I'm gonna probably play that tomorrow night actually on stream. So if you're interested, come and check it out. If not, I'll catch you next time. All right, guys. You guys have a great night.